Hello, hello, hello everyone, and welcome to Stamp with Shel. Today during lunch break with Shel, we are going to be doing a scrapbook page, and I'm going to give you a sneak peek of another new product coming in January, and this is in the mini catalog, and it is called the Square Snippets 12 by 12 Designer Series paper. Now this one is a standalone paper. It will go with so very many different things. Anyhow, I'm going to give you a quick tour through here. It is different squares. Okay, so we have a large 4-inch square. We have 3-inch squares. Oh, and the flip sides are very, very neutral. And we have 3 of each pattern. So this one is another pattern, and it has that. This is a different pattern, and that's a multiple of that. And I showed you that one already. And there's that one. And I think I showed you this one. Yep, I showed you that one. So it's different squares. Now, if you're a 12 by 12 scrapbooker, you can use those. You can cut them up. You can make strips. You can do whatever suits your fancy. There's a million and one things. I just like that it's a wide variety of colors in that paper. So I'm an 8.5 by 11-inch scrapbooker, so I thought I would give it a whirl. And I'm going to use a couple of products that I've never used before. So we will have a play with this. So I really don't know. I've cut some stuff up. I'm not 100% sure of what I want to do, but I have an idea. So I've got some photo placeholders here. I've got some matte layers, and I've got some of the square snippets. Now, being that this is a single page layout, I'm only going to be able to use 2 of the square snippets. So I chose, I'm drawing a blank. What color is this, people? Pretty Peacock and Bubble Bath for my colors. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mat this Pretty Peacock pattern paper onto a slightly larger matte layer, just to kind of make it pop. And then this one, because it's predominantly white, I'm going to put onto a Pretty Peacock layer. And that one will pop. Now, I have another one here. This is a card I found in my stash. And it says Unconditional Love and has 2 little paw prints. Well, you probably guessed it. This page is going to be all about my puppies. So I am going to use this little square. And that's going to be kind of my title, I guess. Now, I don't know whether I want this going down the right or the left or what I want. I'm kind of indecisive, but this is sort of what I was thinking. Now, I also have these waterfall photo holders. I've never used these before. I've actually put some tear and tape on these. I found these in my stash. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer them together one-on-one. So what's going to happen is in each of these pockets will be a photo. And seeing as I don't have my photos printed right now, I just have a placeholder. So in each of these little pockets, I'm just going to put the placeholder. And hopefully I do this right and don't embarrass myself. But like I said, I've never used them before. I thought I'd give them a whirl. There we go. So I also have this matte layer. I'm going to move this off to the side for a moment. I have this matte layer, and what I want to do is I want to put this waterfall here going down. But I don't want to glue this down until I get these all put together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel off one of these. And I know this is hard for you to see on the camera, but I'm going to lay this one right along that edge of the one above it. So there's a pocket there and a pocket there, and this will flip up. I hope I'm doing it right. And I'm just going to continue doing that all the way down. Placing this one, it's hard even for me to see, onto that one. So now we have 3 pockets, and this one will be our 4th and final pocket. And you see my thing here. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets. Now that I have this complete, I can put it on that matte layer. And I'm going to add some extra tear and tape onto this one because I want this to stay in place. This is probably going to be overkill, but that's okay. There we go. Now I'll just take my Take Your Pick tool and get those papers released. And then we'll flip it over and put it onto our matte layer. All right. So this, I'm just going to center like so. And we will just flip these up and press these down. All right, now I have all these little strips of the tape showing, and I don't like it. So I have cut some strips of cardstock that I'm going to put on here just to cover that up. Now I have to measure this and make sure I get these the right length because, like a fool, I already stuck it down. So it needs to be, let's just measure this one, and the other ones I can cut with scissors. It needs to be 4 1/2. 4 2/8. Let's get a pencil and mark this. So 4 2/8 is 4 1/4. Right there. So I'm just going to grab some snips and cut that one off. And that one should fit right along there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just, when I get my pictures on here, I'm just going to write funny little things on here that coordinate with the pictures. So that's my plan. So I am going to, actually while I have this, I am going to use it as a template for the other ones. Smart, smart, smart. Doesn't happen very often. There we go. All right. Now I'm going to put the tear and tape on all 4 of these as well. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I can't wait to try a quilt card with this DSP by cutting up the squares and making a quilt. I think that's going to be cool. That's the first thing that I thought of when I saw the paper. All right. First one. Boom. So those little strips are going to be kind of like little journaling strips, eh? Funny little things about the pictures. And I've got tons of funny little stories about 2 funny little girls. There we go, one more. And then you won't see any of that tape. All right, there is that panel. So I am going to put this is the first thing I'm going to put on. And put some Tombow on here. And we are just going to pop this down in this corner with a nice little border. Just like that. All right. Now, these little guys, I want to continue like so. Oh, I got my title all over the place. Let's put this on here. Here is another photo placeholder. Probably shouldn't have put that much glue on there, but I'm going to put a standalone photo right here. And, all right, I think I have the layout. There we go. So we'll have 4 4x4s and we will have 3 3x3s. So for a small scrapbook page, this will be a loaded with photos. All right. Now my title. I am simply going to call this My Girls. And that will fit nicely up there. All right, I need my tweezers, or I'm going to have ink everywhere, or glue everywhere. Didn't do any stamping except for the photo placeholders on this page. That's not normal. Not normal at all. I've been doing a lot of cards lately, so I figured it was time to switch and change things up on a snowy day and do a scrapbook layout. It's probably hard for you to watch me do this sideways, but in order for me to get it straight, I pretty much have to turn it. We need to get another stamp set that's got some dogs in it. I have a few retired ones, but nothing current. There's that. My girls, I think I'm going to place this one right there. I'm not going to go off in the corner. Just going to center it right there. Now, I just had an idea. I'm going to peel this off here, and I'm not going to put a photo here. I am going to use it as a journal spot. So I'm going to peel off this mat, and I need a piece of white cardstock. That's going to be cut down, but I'll be able to use it. And let me see. Yes. There we go. That's going to fit in there nicely. Change of plans mid layout. All right, I have some words here. I have bark, I have eat, and I have sleep. Bark, eat, sleep. I don't have play, but that's basically puppies all summed up. I am going to put these on here. Bring that turquoise back in to the layout. So bark will go here. I didn't know when we took on 2 puppies instead of 1. I mean, 1 puppy at my age is plenty, but we decided to take the sister who wasn't eating I thought we were absolutely crazy, and there were times when I didn't know if I was going to get through it. But guess what? We made it through. My girls are trained, and life is much easier now. I am going to put this letter S on first because I want to space these evenly as I can. There we go. Now I can put the E on. There we go. I think I'm going to do the whole bottom word first. Come on. There we go. I cannot wait for January so you guys can see all the new products, get through the catalog and the online exclusive. There's so many fabulous new things coming. I hope that you're following my videos so that you're getting all my sneak peeks. There we go. One more letter. And then I can finish this word. Make sure I'm putting it on right side up. Almost there. Now see, if I had a little dog, I could stamp it right there. Or some bones. Yep, that just about sums it up right there. Bark, eat, sleep. I'm going to be on the lookout for something to embellish this page a little more. I need something right in there for sure. So I will have 2 3x3 photos, and I will have 4 4x4s in the waterfall. And like I said, I'm just going to use my why can't I remember that color? Pretty Peacock, there we go. Pretty Peacock marker, and I will just journal on these strips about the photos. So that is it, my friends. That is my layout for today. And I hope you love this paper as much as I do. And you'll be able to get it on January the 6th. Once again, it is called Squares and Snippets. And it is a whole bunch of different size squares and just very neutral patterns on the back. For your crafting pleasure. All right, that's it for tonight. I will see you again real soon. Bye-bye.